Hey guys, so I'm super duper excited. I was working on some stuff for my Patreon, which there's a link to that in the description box or at the end of this video. There'll be a little cheeky breaky dude that will take you right to my Patreon, but this showed up on my doorstep and I was confused because I didn't order anything and I was not under the impression that I was getting anything else sent to me by Lightake. But as it turns out, we have got a full auto / triple / single fire kit. So just a select fire kit from Lightake in the mail. So this thing, man, this print is really, really nice. I'd be curious to know what kind of printer they're running. I do like this silver filament. It's really nice. I assume this is PLA, could be ABS, and these gears sure are metal. So I've seen a couple of posts of the older version that was not rated for 3S LiPo that, you know, they had some exploding issues. So apparently they've fixed that with this version. My understanding was it was, nope, not going to be able to move that. This little guy right there, or one of these guys in there that would get kind of crispy. But my understanding is that they have fixed it with the most recent iteration, and we're going to go ahead and test it out. I hope that these switches just look so small, but they're supposed to be rated for a 3S LiPo. So we're going to go ahead and wire this thing in there. I have gone ahead and taken my SCAR. I've disassembled it. I'm actually looking at replacing the switch with one of these higher amperage switches just because of the motor and everything that I'm running. So it's just an excuse for me to go ahead and nestle this in there and then throw in this select fire kit. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that. At this point, I had to establish where all the pieces fit in the blaster and how they sat in the blaster in order to figure out where I was going to lay certain components, such as the switch. Turns out the 15 amp micro switch was not the right size. It was way too large to fit in there with all of the extra electronic components that fit in the handle of the blaster. So I had to scrap that idea. I also had to establish how the wiring was going to sit in the blaster and make sure that I had enough room for everything. way that they use a 3D printed piece to
activate the switch is actually pretty ingenious and avoids a lot of shell cutting and all sorts of other unnecessary lining up and making sure that everything is absolutely perfect in order to get the best trigger pull. This allows you to use the full trigger length, the full trigger pull, without actually having to seat the switch all the way at the back of the trigger pull. After figuring out where all of the wires are supposed to go and what ports they connect to, I went ahead and started to plan how I was going to actually lay all of those in. test it just to make sure that it worked, and it does in fact work. but I do like using the one built into the jam door as opposed to the side switch for now. I solder in the connections for the power supply from the battery to the select fire kit. My only regret in doing this is that I did not actually put in a cutoff switch so that the blaster can be turned off completely when not in use. That is, in my opinion, one of the only downsides to this kit is once you activate the select fire kit, it doesn't turn off. opted out of using the little side selector switch simply because I want to make a more aesthetic cosmetic piece for it in my own time, as opposed to using the one supplied.
So I finished installing the Select Fire kit. It was not as intuitive as I'd hoped it would be, but the pictures on the Lightake website did help. If you have a bit of a tinkering mind like mine, you will be able to make sense of it all. Otherwise, watching this video should help you a lot. My voiceover hopefully will give you the information that you need in order to assemble it and get it running right. Now, this kit has been optimized for a 3S LiPo, so running my Kronos motors and my 3S LiPo, we go ahead and turn it on. There we go. It initializes, and then that's 3-round burst, single, and full auto. Now, we've got this really cool worker banana mag that I have customized. Video coming out on this pretty soon. And we've even got our clear window so that we can see the darts going. But let's go ahead and just fire a few single shot style. Now let's go ahead and hit 3-round burst. And why not finish it off with full auto? This kit turns this blaster into something just phenomenal. It's really, really worth it if you're going for that full realism, like I kind of am with this Scar. I'm working on a series of sights for it, both iron sights and scopes, and a barrel shroud, and then after that I think this will be complete with the full auto and 3-round burst as well as semi-auto. I'm really, really happy with this kit. I can't speak highly enough about it. Now, one thing that I did not do was install the selector switch on the side. I just opted out of that. It was just too much hassle to line everything up and get things situated there, so I just opted out of that, and it doesn't really fit with the size of my hand and such. So one of these days, if I do decide to try it out, I still have all the stuff for that, so I can put that in there. No big deal. The thing that I'm most excited about is the fact that I now have a Select Fire. I have a Select Fire blaster. I don't even have a Select Fire blaster besides this one. So I hope this review has been helpful for you guys. There'll be a link in the description box where you can find the music, the link for buying this kit, as well as the Scar kit. So drop me a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. What Select Fire kit or what blaster would you put a Select Fire kit in? An MP5, a Scar, shoot, the AK. I actually probably should get an AK for the true Russian bias that I am. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and watch for another video in a few days.